Help me save my planet. Fight it. Fight it with me.
Brightest day, blackest night. No evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light!
Is yours on airplane mode?
I did put on airplane.
My phone's on airplane mode.
Look at this.
Phone. Hi, I'm Kat.
I'm Mike! Today we're reviewing...
Green Lantern.
And guess what? It's not a shit show.
It's not great.
When I saw the trailer, I would go, this is going to be a shit show.
That
We're gonna
first
watch...
trailer? Oh man, I was gonna rip on that!
And I was surprised. I actually enjoyed myself.
The suit looked really badly CGI.
It always looked bad, I thought.
Green Lantern has such a huge backstory, and they had to tell it all so you knew what was going on, but then it took away from the movie because you didn't get to hang out and see all these cool parts, like him training and learning how to like harness the ring's energy, etc. was really short, and I wanted it to be longer. He needs to save the world. He needs some practice. I want to see this practice.
Now, for people who don't know the origins of the Green Lantern,
I don't know anything about it. I didn't see it, just for the record. So I'll ask the questions here. The history, Michael?
Oh, thank you for asking.
You shave a little close on that left side there.
It got me good.
Applaud us.
Yes. A test pilot named Hal Jordan is picked by this green ring and granted these amazing powers that he can then harness. He's also granted membership into the Intergalactic Squadron, which is to defend the universe and keep justice throughout it.
Yeah.
It's also known as the Corps, and it's aliens from all over the galaxy, which is really cool. They showed a few of the aliens. They were pretty badass. I enjoyed them.
The words that are coming out of your mouth right now, that was the major problem with the film. It's so ridiculous. It's hard to put it in real life situations.
Well, it's a comic book.
Let's make it even more simple for people.
Okay,
Every
there's so many
sector
sectors.
with life has one Green Lantern.
Yeah.
And then they all meet on one planet.
The power of will is what's green.
Right.
And then the power of fear is yellow. The elders got together and forged these rings because...
This is the writers.
Why is it called Green Lantern?
Because there's a Green Lantern that's given to every Green Lantern.
Mm-hmm. And green is the color of will, and
Yeah.
green was supposed to be the strongest.
Okay, hang on
I'm
a
not
second.
making fun of you. I'm making fun of the
Yeah,
writers.
but hang on a
Green-
second. A guy who gets a lantern. Where
From a
did
dying
that...
purple alien.
For a dying purple alien.
Who and what? Do you think DC was like, let's come up with the most ridiculous shit?
It's an interesting comic book theory and idea. I can believe it as a comic book. Translate it to film, it just... And they even
Is
make
it-
fun of the whole
But
concept itself.
The art looks better in the comic book than in the movie. For instance, the big bad guy,
Yeah.
the guy who's fear essentially, who takes that
Right.
power onto himself. He's just this big round head. I would like octopus, tentacle. Although, I mean, there were definitely good parts. There were some very exciting parts.
Mhm.
A lot of the space scenes looked really great. It was neat learning about the Green Lantern planet as well.
The jet fighting scenes.
The jet fighting scenes were sick. It was like Top Gun, but like, ugh.
Was there a golden beetle?
No. For people who don't know, Green Lantern, he has a ring. The ring chooses the next Green
How
Lantern.
does the ring choose? Does
Well,
it have a brain?
It just knows.
Does it have a mind of its own?
It just knows.
knows.
It just knows.
Okay, that's good.
It's an ancient knowledge.
That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. And it picked Ryan Reynolds, and the ring gives him a power. Anything that he can imagine, he can create. So like a big green fist punching, shield. At one point he makes like a little race car thing
Race
to
car
save a
car.
helicopter,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is a weird way of... Why doesn't he just make like a big pillow?
Yeah.
If I was a Green Lantern, I think I'd be better.
At the beginning, like, his imagination is kind of meh, and then by the end, he, like, really gets his stuff together, and he's just all over that. So who's in this? Ryan Reynolds is in this.
Mhm.
He does a good job. He's Ryan Reynolds, as per usual. I mean, I think a lot of ladies will like this movie better because he's very handsome, and he's wearing very form-fitting nothing.
0% body fat. Hello. Female character smoking
Blake
hot.
Lively.
What's her name?
Yeah.
Blake Lively plays the main female character, the love interest.
So there's something for the fellas.
Yep. So she's a fighter pilot, and then, she's the love
Yeah,
interest.
get you hard.
She's
really
decent. She has some quality outfits,
Yeah.
but nothing, I mean,
Quality
stellar.
outfits. Don't get these kids too excited.
Peter Sarsgaard is Hector in this, Hector Hammond. He's like the big bad guy's dude on Earth that he channels his energy
Right.
through to help get stuff done.
Assistant.
Yeah,
Boy, is that
gross.
head goofy. And he makes some really funny faces, and I actually laughed at him. I think you're supposed to be, excuse me, I burped. But I think you're supposed to be scared of him, but I just found him hilarious. Even before his skull expanded, he was a creepy guy.
And the guy who played the senator in this, oh my god, he used to be in so many good movies and such, and I just...
Tim Robbins?
Tim Robbins was lame.
I know.
He was just a douchebag. Mark Strong is also in it. He's the guy who...
Little phantom ghost.
He's the guy that is kind of Pinky Devil-like looking, and he kind of organizes the Green Lanterns, if you will.
So overall, in the spectrum of comic book films, does this even match up to anything? Yeah?
A little bit better, I think, than Spider-Man 3.
I mean, obviously,
A little better
there
than
is
that?
something after the credits that show that there is going to be a sequel to the
Well,
Green
no
Lantern.
shit.
This is a franchise.
Oh shit.
Large room for improvement. Large. Once they got all the origin and how he became Green Lantern out of the way,
It could
Maybe.
get better, yeah.
Maybe.
As long as they're concentrating on more cool, imaginative ways of using his ring, I would be down with it.
want to briefly explain the mask?
When he needs to hide his identity, his mask will go on, and
The
when he's
ring
around
knows.
safe people, it'll just disappear.
The ring
Also, the
knows.
ring like gives you like a warning when something bad's about to happen. It goes. Pew, pew.
It seems like this is just it's very convenient. The ring, just let it do anything. Like, whatever, just right past this part.
It's only limited by your imagination. That's what
And
they
your
say.
will, and your will, and your fear.
If you're afraid, the ring will not work.
Oh, okay. Very original.
It's from a comic book. What do you want
I
from
know,
it?
but it sounds like
You
shit.
can't rip on the storyline.
I'm sorry.
I agree with you completely.
And Ryan Reynolds as the Green Lantern?
I know.
Get
He
real.
if anything, he should be Flash, but that's another story. But they, may I say, they do make fun of the whole concept itself. Ryan Reynolds is making
Yeah,
fun of
but
it.
that's just
the whole time.
just because they do that.
But at
doesn't
least they
excuse it.
acknowledge
At least
the
acknowledge it.
idiocy
Okay.
of the idea.
That's,
Okay.
I guess it's true. We got a retard right out of school, right over here, and we just said, let's make a show.
Oh, also, the director was Martin Campbell, and he's done a lot of pretty quality movies. He did
Yeah.
Casino Royale.
He makes excellent soup.
He did GoldenEye. He did The Mask of Zorro.
Lower score, I give this a 5.5. It's ridiculous, but still I sat there in the theater all alone saying, kind of enjoying myself. If you're bored, you got your friends and it's the summertime, you got your sandals on, your hemp necklace, go see it.
I give this movie a 6.5. It had very entertaining moments, some really exciting moments, especially with the airplanes, especially at the end. I have a soft spot for Ryan Reynolds.
I think it's a
decent.
hard part.
I think that maybe you...
Is the soft spot on your clit? What are we doing with them here? What's that guy doing?
This is She Died Productions producer Antoine Pachito. Problem with having flakes like me and Mick running around trying to make movies and other bullshit is that things get kind of hairy after a while and lose focus.
You gotta do what you gotta do in
Just
life.
don't get caught.
We want to see a Rambo prequel only if it will star this gentleman right here, Mickey Cardone. Gentile.
The outcome of what we made last year is spectacular. There's a link in the underbar. Definitely go support it if you like what you see. Also, share it on your Facebook, your Twitter, your everything, man, because this is what it's all about. We need Stallone to see this video, so please send it to Ain't It Cool News, send it to darkhorizons.com, send it to comingsoon.net, send it to everywhere that you can possibly send this. I really appreciate everything that you guys have been doing for 3 kilobytes, but this is a huge deal for us, and we really need Stallone to see this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.